Right, as we're going to be here for a while, it's up to you. Would you like to open the windows?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, before we start moving.
Okay, I'll give you a picture. I want you to treat me as a pupil at the train stage. Sorry, I'll start again. I want you to treat me as a pupil at the partly train stage.
Okay.
I know what I was talking about. You could pay me for this, couldn't you? I've had some lessons with another instructor,
Okay.
but he can't make it today.
Okay.
But he has got the same car as you, so I am familiar with the controls.
Okay.
He said today we were going to look at approaching junctions to turn left and right.
Okay.
So that's approaching junctions on the major road to turn left into a minor road, or to turn right into a minor road.
Okay.
What level am I?
Pilot train.
Yeah, and what's the subject?
Junction, approaching junction, turning left and right.
Okay.
From major to minor.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Right, so if you're okay, I'll hand over to you.
Okay. Yeah. Afternoon, Tony. Hello, how are you?
Oh yeah, my name is Tony, yeah.
So I'm Adi, how are you today?
Hello, nice to meet you.
That's good. Yeah. I'm over here today. We'll be doing approaching junction, turning left and right from major road to minor road.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, no problem. So what we are going to do today is I give you some brief on the topic, show you some pictures,
Yeah.
everything. Then we go on to the road looking for those junction both to the left and right,
Yeah.
and we deal with it.
Yep.
Okay. So far so good. How many lessons have you had so far?
I can't remember.
You can't
He just
remember?
spoke to my instructor yesterday. He said he was going to ring you.
Okay. Yeah. He said you had like 12 lessons so far.
Just that roll. The amount of lessons I've had makes absolutely no difference whatsoever, yeah?
Yeah.
I could actually spend 12 lessons moving up and stopping, yeah? If I was having problems with steering, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
come on, you watch my
No
videos,
problem.
yeah?
So what those lessons generally you're driving generally since you've been doing it. What routine have you been using?
Okay. Let's
Routine have you been?
let's wind the clock back.
Okay.
Right. Are you missing out the first part of my videos, or are you just watching the bits in the middle?
I'm watching everything.
Right, so you spoke to my instructor Fred yesterday, yeah?
Okay.
What did he tell you we'd done last week?
Okay. He told I spoke with him yesterday. He said you did imagine last week both turning to the left and to the right. Imagine to the left and to the right. Is that right?
And we've done a little bit of crossroads.
And also crossroad. Okay.
A little bit of crossroads.
Okay. Okay. So what routine were you using last week in your crossroads?
Doing what?
What routine are you using? Were you using last week in your crossroad and your image?
We're going to be here an awful long time, aren't we? Yeah?
Okay. Well, no problem. What
Right.
those?
Okay. So, that'll roll, I'll help you, yeah?
All right.
Yeah? You got to remember, this is a brief outline of what we're going to do, yeah?
So I should just link it straight away that the image and crossroad almost the same thing with this blah blah blah. And is that?
Yeah. Without the
Okay.
blah 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 if we can, yeah?
Okay. So what we are going to do today are pushing junction turning both left and right.
Yep.
I mean, it's more or less same thing with what we've done in your image and your crossroad that you did last week. So it's the same as a routine. Like now, we've been looking for the junction where we get onto the road. If you are turning left, last week when you were turning left, we'll be using the mirror signal position speed look routine. What mirrors were you checking last week when you were turning left? Can you remember?
Middle and left.
Middle and left. What are you checking it? What are you looking for?
Distance, speed and bicycle.
Okay, good. Then what about your signal?
What about it?
Roughly when?
Not too early, not too late.
Okay, not to confuse people. Okay, good. When you were taking that turn to the left, what position were you taking on your emerge or your
I was
crossroad?
keeping my normal driving position on approach.
Normal driving position. Good. Then what do you do to your speed?
You mean what speed was I approaching it?
Yes, on approach.
It varied. Sometimes I was approaching it jogging pace, other times I was approaching it walking pace.
What are those times you approach on jogging pace?
Sorry?
What are those times? What type of junction were they when you were approaching
where
on
I
jogging?
could see.
Okay, what about those one with walking?
I couldn't see.
Very good. Same thing we are going to use today. Then where were you looking last week?
Last week I was looking minimum of right, left and right, and then in the direction I was steering.
Okay, good. It's almost the same thing. The only difference today is there is no road. That road to the right, there is no road to the right this time around. Let's assume we are turning left. What we are going to do is look into your mirror as required. You look ahead. Let's say, for example, look at this car coming ahead, indicating to also go into the junction we are planning to go. We look onto him, though we have right of way, but we should still make sure we know what he's trying to do. Is he actually stopping there? And also, we look onto the road we are going. So that's the different compared to what you did last week. You understand that now? Okay, and also, same thing when we were turning right. Your mirrors, as you've told me, what mirror will you be checking when we are turning right?
What mirrors did I check last week?
Yeah, what mirror did you check last week?
Middle and right.
Okay, and what were you checking for?
Distance, speed, and anybody overtaking me.
Okay, good. What about your signal? What time do you put on your signal?
The appropriate time, not too early, not too late.
Okay, good. What about the position? Very important. Your position. Can you think of any position?
It varied a bit. Sometimes I was going near the line in the middle. Other times I had to keep it a little bit further to the left.
Okay. Normally, the normal position, all things being equal, is just left of the center line. All things being equal, as safe as possible, unless the road is a bit restricted.
That's what he said, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he said
yes.
it wasn't cast in stone.
Yes, no black. Then what about your speed? What did you do to your speed last week?
I adjusted it.
Adjusted it as required?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then there's one thing again, your look. Where were you looking last week?
I was looking minimum of right, left, right, and then the direction I'm steering.
Good. Same thing today, except there is no left road today. Do you understand it? So you'll be looking ahead, very, very important, because you'll be crossing the path of oncoming car. That is the first thing. Secondly, your mirror also, and thirdly, in the road you are going to. Number one, how do you judge last week if it's safe to cross the path of oncoming car when you were turning right? Can you remember?
Can't remember.
Okay.
I came out in front of cars. I don't remember crossing any cars. Didn't come across any cars.
When you were doing your imagine?
Oh, I had to walk across and walk back again.
Okay. Walk across, walk back. Good. But today, just because you are crossing their path, you are not staying in front of them. You are crossing their path. All we want to do is just walk across. So we want to be sure, is it safe to walk across from this side of the road to the other side without making this car do any of the 3 S's, which is slow down, or stop, or swerve. We have to make sure, can we walk from here to this side without making them do any of the 3?
Right. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
That is the only time we have to go. Then, most importantly, we'll be looking to the road for obstructions, for cyclists, for pedestrians. And let's assume there's an obstruction around here. Where do you think it's safe to stop when crossing?
I've never done this before.
You've never done this before?
No.
Okay, it's better to stay on our side and make sure the road is clear before we go, because we wouldn't want to stay in the middle of the road so as not to block the oncoming traffic. Do you understand that now? Very, very important. And also, when we are turning right, lastly, because we go onto the road now, when we are turning right, it's very, very important not to do right corner cuts. We want to get to our side of the road. We don't want to turn early and turn a bit late. Do you understand the reason why you should not be turning early or not be turning too late?
I've never done it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reason is if you turn too early, that will be right corner cut. We'll be going into the wrong position of the road, facing oncoming traffic. We don't want to do that. That's not right. If we turn too late, we might be mounting the car. We might not be giving the safety margin. We might be going to this pedestrian cyclist. So we really want to do the two. We want to make sure we get our position right. And the position, we are going to do it together on the road. We make sure our right door mirror line up with the center line of the new road we are turning into. At that time, we are having a good position to turn. That's the reference point, but we do it together when we get onto the road. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So any question generally? Okay, no problem. There's no question generally. Let's get onto the road now.
Sorry I couldn't answer any of your questions there.
Sorry?
I'm sorry I couldn't answer any of your questions.
No problem. It doesn't matter. I was thinking probably maybe you might have some idea. It's better to say if you have an idea, then we move forward. If not, then...
Yeah, I had an idea about the mirrors and the signal.
Yeah. No problem. No problem. Those ones, no problem. No problem. But when we get onto the road, then we do it together. So do you want to set yourself up and see what we can do? Please.
Yep.
Okay. Everything okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your inner mirror. What can you see in there, please?
I can see that red sticker on the right hand side.
Okay.
That yellow sticker at the bottom left hand side.
Okay.
I can kind of square the whole back window.
That's very good. This side, the left door mirror. What can you see in there?
I can see the front door handle in the bottom corner of the mirror.
Okay.
I can see the dustbin in the middle.
Okay.
And I can see the top of that car and the top of the mirror.
Good. What about the right door mirror?
Again, the door handle in the same place.
Okay.
I can see that a shop front in the middle.
Okay.
And I can see the roof of the shop in the top.
Okay. Everything seems okay. No problem. Let's get onto the road and see what we can do together.
Right.
So as we are moving up, very, very important, how to identify those junctions. Those junctions to the left and right is very, very important. We see signs on the road. We see signs telling us junction. We see road markings, but it's not black and white. We might not see signs. We might not see road. But the most important thing, we look for break in house and buildings. We see cars maybe coming from left or coming from right, or we see car going into that junction, into that place. Those are the things we can use to identify those junctions.
Yep.
We see car coming out, imagine. We can even see car turning into the place. Then we know those are junctions, either to the left or to the right. So we've been looking for that immediately we get onto the road now. Okay. Yeah. When you are ready?
Oh, drop it.
Let's go. Yes, please.
And turning left.
We'll be turning left, please, Tony.
And turning right.
We'll be turning right, please.
Yeah, I've done a few of these last week.
So
I have to give way. He has to give way to me, and
no.
Oh no, I've got to give way to him.
No, yes.
Oh, he's flashed me.
Because you are turning right, that means you are crossing his path.
He's flashed me.
Well, make sure it's clear before you go. Hold the observation.
I think it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, quick question, Tony. As we are going now, what did you base that decision on? Was the decision based on probably because it has flashed you or on any other thing?
I had a good look.
Good, though. That's very, very important. That's exactly what the highway code says about flashing. Good. So where are you looking here?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Extra roads.
Good. Good. very good observation. And what actually are you looking for? Generally?
Anything.
Good.
Cars, bikes, buses, lorries,
Good.
pedestrians,
Good.
and turning left.
And we are turning left, please. So what we'll be doing is we'll be looking for those junctions either to the left or to the right.
Oh,
Yes, very, very important, because it's very important. It's only when you identify your problem that is the only time you can deal with it. So it's
Straight.
very important. Straight ahead, please.
down to the lights, turning right.
Straight ahead, please. Down to the light. All the way down.
That really pisses you off when it don't indicate, doesn't it?
Sorry?
That really pisses you off when it don't indicate.
Yeah. Well, but generally, you don't allow that to bother you. Do you understand? People can do anything on the road.
Oh,
The
yeah.
most important thing is,
That makes me furious.
well, the most important thing is you try to cope with it, because it's just unfortunate. You will see that all the time. So there's no way to it. The only way to deal with it is just forget about it. Don't let that affect you, because if that affects you, that might even probably affect your driving.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So just ignore it and pretend as if nothing happens, because you can't get the basic fact is you can't get away with it.
I suppose we all make mistakes, don't we?
Yes. Yes. So you just ignore it and continue your driving and pretend as if nothing happens. So this is a control crossroad generally.
Yeah, I think I've done this one last week.
So
I have to look there ahead and into the road, isn't it?
good.
No, I don't have to look there because everybody stops at the lights, doesn't they?
Well, you still have to find it's a control. It's red, they must stop. Probably when it's green for you. But people don't obey the law, you know.
Yeah.
Occasionally, yeah, there are some people that do to one reason or the other. Probably they are not looking, they are not concentrating, they are on the phone or something, or they
On the phone. That's really dangerous, isn't it?
They do it. They don't. People don't care. So just because it's a crossroad, control one, doesn't mean you should not look. You should be looking everywhere.
He's stopped and he's not on the phone.
Yeah, he's a good driver, but not everybody will do that. Not everybody will do that. So you treat it as if it's not a control crossroad. That's the only way you can be
I think
safe.
I can probably go here, couldn't I?
You know, no.
No, I couldn't go,
Now,
could I?
now
Yeah.
you can go.
Yeah.
Now you can go. So do you remember how do you judge if you can go in front of them?
I think if I can walk from the middle line to the curb,
Without making them,
from the middle line to the curb without making them slow, stop or swear up.
from the cab on this side to the other side, to the cab on the other side, without making them
Slow, stop, swerve or swear, isn't it?
well and swear. That's the fourth S. Well, not in the highway code, but in Tony's highway code coming out very soon. No problem. That's good. So we'll be looking for those junctions now, at that to the left and to the right. We'll be looking for breaking
That's it.
buildings and houses. No junction yet. But
Next turning to the right, please.
next turning to the right. So so that's our first junction to the right.
Yeah.
Look at the car coming out there. So check your mirror, check your mirror, inner mirror, check your mirror. Okay. Good. Can you go now? Okay, good. So Tony, do you know the side? You want to stop on the left side, please? We need to talk quickly.
No, I talk.
Okay.
I'm going to talk out around there.
Okay.
Should you have been telling me what mirrors to check there?
It's phase one. I should tell you.
Yeah, it's phase one. What did I do last week?
Well, I think normally what I was thinking is at least I should do one first before doing the link and probably transfer it to you. I don't know. I can straight away link it and transfer it to you straight away.
I wasn't actually linked. What was a better way of handling it?
Okay, if that's the case, I think the best way is last week when you were turning right.
Yeah.
What mirrors did you check?
Yeah, you haven't got time and approach to do all that, have
Oh,
you?
those.
Yeah. So what's the question you're going to ask?
What mirror will you check now, or what mirrors will you check?
Sorry?
What mirrors will you check now?
Yeah. And watch me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you check it, fine. If you didn't, then I tell you to check it. Okay.
Try one.
Okay. No problem. So do you think it's very so where you okay? No problem. So we'll be looking for those junctions again, to the left and to the right. Signs, road marking, brakes, brake and building, and house, everything. We see a car coming out or going in there. Those are the things we'll be looking for.
Done a bit of meeting last week.
Oh,
And turning left.
and turning left. So what mirrors should we be checking now?
Middle and left.
Check it, please. And your left.
Oh, sorry.
Good. So when do you want to indicate?
Oh,
Good. Step towards me. Step towards me. Step towards me. Straighten your wheel. So last week, how did you judge your reference point? Do you have any
somebody overtaking me there?
okay, new roads, new mirrors, please. What mirrors were you checking last week when you get onto the new road?
Oh, middle and right.
Okay, what were you checking for in your middle?
See what was behind me and see if they were overtaking me.
And if they were overtaking you, there was anybody on your side?
I'd let them go.
Why
And
will you let
turning
them go?
left.
We turn left, please. We turn left.
Because they might hit me.
Okay, good. Okay. Good observation. So Tony, your mirrors now was really okay and good.
When?
Your mirrors now, before you indicate for this junction, T-junction was really okay and good. And also your position to the left, how did you judge it? How did you judge this position to turn left here?
I follow the curb round.
You follow the curb round?
Yeah.
It's the same system. You can use the same system for your junction turning left. Do you know? You can apply it. Why do you have to follow the curb round? Why do you have to follow it round? What distance do you have to keep from the curb?
Well, last week I ran over the curb and Fred wasn't too happy.
Okay, we don't want to get really close to the car because of pedestrian. Look at this lady coming now. We are going over the curb. Fine. Let's even forget about my car. Forget about the alloy
Is it
wheel.
okay for me to wait here, yeah?
It's not. It's not. Well, we are still okay. Nobody behind us. We are still okay, and I'm actually watching. Yeah, no problem. We are still okay. So we don't want to go over the curb because of pedestrian, and at the same time we don't want to get too close to